All right. Floyd Schofield, the brother behind me, he called out SHAKUR Stevenson. Most of you most likely don't know who Floyd Schofield is, and that's okay. But what I want to talk about is just how deep the lightweight division is. The lightweight division is the most talented division from top to bottom. Everybody mentions the popular names: Tank Davis, SHAKUR Stevenson. They used to mention T.O., they used to mention Devin Haney before they moved to 140. But the lightweight division has guys that are not as known by the public, young, up-and-coming guys, prospects, like Floyd Schofield. Hey, Zahid, thanks for liking a lot. Floyd Schofield, excuse me. Floyd Schofield, he did something that was very, very ballsy. He did something that was very daring and something that the division needs. Right now, most people are sitting around waiting on Tank Davis's next fight, waiting for SHAKUR to come out of retirement, waiting for Loma to fight someone of note, not a George Kambosos. There's all this waiting going on in the division, but little do we know, little do y'all know, there's so many young studs, as Jermell Charlo would say, in the lightweight division. There's Floyd Schofield. There's Frank Martin. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kawaki.
Yeah, what's up? One thing I want to say is, bro, it's got to be only the lightweight division, bro. It's always them. It always them. I mean, everybody else is them too, cause we got like Canelo don't want to fight David Benavidez and shit. But like, it ain't just like Canelo probably like the only one in that division that's doing that though. But like, the lightweight division is majority of them doing that though. You can't just say the 168 division, the super middleweight division is doing that. The one person is Canelo. The entire lightweight division is doing that, bro. They ducking each other.
Well, here's the thing, man. These young cats, Keyshawn Davis, Floyd Schofield, Andy Cruz is up and coming, but I give him a couple of years.
And
I think these guys gonna rumble. I
I
think
think
they're gonna rumble.
Abdullah Mason as well.
He's at lightweight?
Yeah, I think he's at lightweight.
God damn. Ooh. I didn't even know. Cause I assumed he was 140.
Yeah, no.
But you know what's
He was under
crazy?
that lightweight card with Keyshawn Davis and them.
Wow. So you got Andy Cruz, Keyshawn Davis, Floyd Schofield, Abdullah Mason. You got fucking Frank Martin still out there.
Exactly.
Like, so we don't have to sit around and wait for Tank Davis' next fight. Kawaki, thanks for liking a lot. Everybody in here, make sure you're liking a lot. But we don't have to sit around waiting on Tank Davis. There's great lightweights out there who should be fighting each other. And I believe these young guys are gonna fight each other. It's not gonna be marketed as well.
Cause we need
But
boxing back
these
to
are
its
gonna be some of the
physical, bro.
best fights that we've seen. Hmm?
We need all these people to fight each other. The best fight the best. We just want it, bro. Everybody's
And we're gonna get the best fight. We're gonna get the best fight and best because they don't have any. These guys have nowhere to run and hide. Most of them aren't gonna get a Tank Davis fight. Floyd Schofield calling out SHAKUR. You know why? He said that there's no point in fighting Keyshawn Davis. Why fight a pawn when he can fight the king? Because you know Keyshawn is kind of like a brother type thing with SHAKUR, kind of like somebody that looks up to SHAKUR.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if Schofield will get the SHAKUR Stevenson fight, but the fact that he's asking for it right now, that lets you know the type of timing this man is on. Whereas Keyshawn Davis is friends with SHAKUR, so he'll never ask for a SHAKUR Stevenson fight.
As far as SHAKUR, bro, man, I just hope he don't be running like how he was in the De La Santos fight. He needs to stop all that shit. I don't know though. I can't criticize him because he only did it twice. Nakathila and Edward De La Santos.
My thing is,
You go.
SHAKUR has a style. What's up, Mini Moose? SHAKUR has a style that's centered around footwork, defense, reflexes, timing. So what he does is very, very hard. When you boxing, if you're going to be moving around for 12 rounds, what's up, Ryan Pig? It requires a lot of stamina. It requires a lot of endurance. And if you're going to be doing that and then trying to outpoint a guy, that requires a lot of mental focus. It requires a very, very long attention span. So what Stevenson does is extremely challenging, although it's not appealing to the average fan. And I'm not even going to say casual fan. I'm just going to say the average fan. So I have to give him his credit. But his last performance was lackluster. I believe it was because he was injured. But the thing is, we don't even need at this point. Lightweight is so stacked. If boxing was a more popular sport in the U.S., do you know how many people would be clamoring to see Floyd Schofield, Abdullah Mason, Frank Martin, who else did I mean? Andy Cruz, Keyshawn Davis, all of these guys get it on. This is like
Takes.
Black
Hell
Murderers
no.
Row Part Two. Like all of these young brothers, all talented as hell, and they all have to prove something. So they all have to go out here and fight each other. They're not gonna get some of the same treatment that Tank has gotten because Tank was signed to Floyd, and Tank has all this crazy.
Hey, if we talking about the most skilled in boxing, like at 135 to 140, I gotta say Shakur and Devin are the most skilled.
The most skilled.
Yeah, if we talking about
Do
skill
you
wise.
think any of these young cats that I mentioned have a chance of beating them? I mean, you know, Andy Cruz, he beat Keyshawn Davis in the amateurs. Andy Cruz looks to be extremely talented. He's Cuban.
He beat him 4 times in the amateurs.
Ford's damn. See, Cam the Bandman coming with receipts. How many times, Cam?
He's up on 4 in the amateurs.
God damn.
Floyd
So we got
Schofield a
guys
bad
that have
motherfucker.
history. We got guys that have history too.
That's like a rivalry for real. But everybody know the amateurs, they don't really matter. Like, you know, the pros, that's going to really show what you made of.
I don't know. Amateurs mean something. I can't say they don't matter, but they mean a little something because
Oh, yeah.
you know
I
what
get what you're
Roy
saying.
Jones,
But
Roy Jones lost to Antonio Tarver in the amateurs.
I think, in my opinion, I think Devin's hardest fight from 135 to 140 is gonna be Shakur
Mm.
because of the skill. Because Tank has
that's going to
a
be a real
chance as
chess
well.
match.
Tank has a chance as well, but because of his power, Tank is skilled, but he don't utilize his skill how Shakur and Devin do. Tank like knock a lot of motherfuckers out. He got like good timing, good accuracy, like he got good footwork and shit like that. But like he don't use it to the best of the ability, like how Devin and Shakur be using it. Like Tank going there, like you make a mistake, he'll knock you out. So like he
My
got
thing
skill
is
though.
this, man. Shakur, when you look at the sparring session, Shakur looked like he had a bit of an edge over Devin. He looked like he was a step ahead of Devin
He
as
was
far
playing
as his
chess with him.
game in the ring.
Tank isn't busy enough to bother Devin. That's what I agree. That's what I'm trying to say. Tank don't throw too many punches. He wait for you to make a mistake. And Devin, when you fighting like higher competition like Devin and Shakur, who aren't like Santa Cruz and shit, like it's gonna be hard to, you know what I'm saying, find an opening to knock him out. Especially with people with fast feet, as you say, KJ.
Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
this is the thing though, man. As far as Tank and Devin, I got Devin at 140. Period.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, at
There
140,
will
I got
be
Devin.
no. Devin said he would not accept any weight clauses, so we may not never see the fight. But Devin is a much larger man than Tank, much taller than Tank, and Devin is getting all types of experience. Like Devin fought Loma, Devin fought fucking Regis, Devin fought Cambosos. Even though Cambosos, he's looking to be a little bit underrated as an undisputed champion, but um, overall, Devin's resume is better than Tank. So when you're getting all of this experience and you're getting a head start in a new division, Devin has already fought at 140. You know what I mean? He's already fought a champion, not Barrios, but Barrios was competitive, but Devin has already fought a champion at 140. So Devin's getting all type of experience. He's a naturally larger man. Right now, he's setting everything up for him to win that fight if he gets in there with Tank. Only way I see
Yeah.
him losing is if Tank knocks him out at this point.
Thanks.
'Cause
Like
I
Yeah,
if
if
don't
he
think
catches
don't
him,
knock
he gets
Devin
lit.
out, like he's gonna lose bad. Now, as far as Shakur, it's gonna be close as hell. Like it's gonna be one of that Lomachenko type shit. People try to argue.
Oh no, man. I think Shakur is not gonna be close. One of them is gonna be better than the other, and it's gonna show, man. They sparred. So in the sparring session, Devin landed some shit, Shakur landed some shit, but
I mean, if you're talking about
when you
sparring,
have
like
that,
that was years ago though. Devin, like as you saying, Devin got the experience. Devin has a better resume. He's fought better fighters inside the pro division than Shakur. So
Look,
I
Devin
can't
did
base
the
people
same
off a
shit.
sparring session to
You
have
got
a
to think of it like this, though, right? Because like they've been sparring since they was kids, and Shakur said that he always got the best of Devin.
I
No, he
mean,
said
They
they
sparred
was
each
multiple
other
times,
they,
multiple
multiple
times,
times.
I mean they was
But
kids
listen,
though.
listen.
You're gonna
I think
evolve overall.
Shakur might
like
have
all
a
the way
mental
until they
edge
were
over
like,
Devin because of that. Like if you get in there and you feel like you know your opponent's every move, that's gonna give you a step ahead of your opponent. Like just mentally, a lot of shit is mental. So I think Shakur is gonna go in there with a mental edge or a mental hold over Devin, and I would give Shakur the nudge, a slight nudge over Devin, in the same way that I would give Devin a slight nudge over Tank. Now the Tank and Shakur fight, I think Shakur will win that by a landslide if he fights a safe fight. All he has to do is say fuck the fans. I made a video about it today. If he takes the Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao approach, I don't see how he loses to Tank when you consider his footwork, his reflexes, his defense, his natural instincts in the ring.
They said Boots or Crawford. Crawford, what the fuck?
that's Crawford.
Crawford, what the hell?
Crawford, Bud is too experienced for Boots. Boots, he's
Yeah,
young. He ain't fought. He hasn't really fought anybody.
facts.
He's fought former
He
champions,
he
but I
fought
mean,
champion. He ain't fought nobody that can get him the experience.
yeah, he's never fought somebody like Errol Spence,
Yes,
Kalliaskis,
he got the skills to
or
hang
Gamboa.
a little bit, but like experience plays
Angel
a huge
Jimenez,
part.
thanks for the follow.
Experience plays a huge part in this shit.
Yeah, he's
Especially
skilled, but like we got to see his skill against
yeah,
someone like
top
Bud.
competition. Yeah, we got to see if he can
I'm
do
He
gonna
has
that.
to
say
rise to
something
the
too though.
occasion.
He would say experience, man. If you ready, it don't matter if you don't necessarily have the experience. Like Mike Tyson, 19 years old, world champion, was only boxing for like 6, 7 years. You know what I mean? If you ready, you ready. With Wilfred
In my
Benitez, I
opinion,
think 17 years old,
That's true,
world
but
champ.
I don't think Boo's ready. That's just
yeah,
my
I don't
opinion.
think he's ready. I don't think he's
Well,
gonna rise to the
this is what
occasion.
I'm saying. What I'm
I think
saying
a lot of
is,
casuals.
Boots not ready now. He probably would never be ready to be. If based off what y'all saying, he's not ready. If Boots is not ready to beat Terrence Crawford right now, then he probably would have never been ready to beat Crawford. Is what I'm saying, because a lot of great fighters, they win big championships at young ages. It doesn't matter who they facing, who they fighting. If you're great, you great, and greatness will show. So Boots,
No, I ain't never say
right
he
now,
was
I
never
wouldn't count
ever
him out
ready.
against Bud. And you could say Bud has the experience, but if Boots truly is one of those Hall of Fame talents, like how he looks, then he will get in there and he will beat a man with more experience. It's been done plenty of times before in the history of boxing. That's the difference between like a
Someone
great
said
fighter and
Boots can't cut
all-time
off
great
Boots
the
can't
ring.
cut
fighter.
out the ring. Yeah, I noticed that when he fighting that Karen dude, he cannot cut out the ring. If he can't cut out the ring, yeah, Bud gonna pick him apart. Sorry.
I mean, when Boots fought the Karen dude, it looked like he couldn't cut out the ring, but before that fight, he said he had been watching Mike Tyson footage before the fight, and he was in there trying to force a knockout. Boots is a guy that he has to let the fight come to him. He's a slick guy. He's a boxer. He's a real boxer. So I don't know why he was trying to force a knockout. That wasn't him. That was him getting out of character. So I only judge that fight so much, but I understand what you mean. His ability to cut out the ring in the Karen fight was bad.
Facts. And against someone as lead as Bud, that's terrible.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got you
Bud
got to work on that.
blocked the move. And Karen, I don't know if y'all noticed, but Karen had like T-Rex arms compared to Boots. Boots had a huge reach advantage,
Facts.
but Boots and Bud, they have the same arm length.
Yeah.
Kawaki, thanks for liking the live, man. I
Yeah,
appreciate that. Everybody in
yeah,
the chat,
Boots is gonna have to
y'all
be
like
like
the
way
live.
more than a complete fighter to beat somebody like Bud. You have to be like a more than complete fighter.
You
You have
gotta
to have
be a
every
special fighter, in my
you
opinion,
have
to
to
be
have every
Bud.
tool in your
You can't just
toolbox.
be complete. You gotta be like you gotta be a
I
special
don't
type.
know, man. Listen, Bud is great, but Gamboa almost beat Bud.
Man, that was a
All you
decade
need
That's
ago.
to
true.
beat
That's true.
Bud
That's
to
because he
me.
got too cocky.
That was a
If Bud
decade
never
ago.
got too cocky,
How
and
did Bud get cocky?
he didn't he put his hands
He put his
down
hand.
and he let
I seen that for sure.
Bud
Bud put his hand down.
Bud
Bud
put
was
his hands
problem.
down in almost every fight. Bud doesn't fight throughout with the same guard. He changed his guard throughout the fight, like Floyd.
Nah. In
because
that
he had
fight with
came in on the
Gamboa, he had it
inside
like
with
he
and
was
he didn't
brawling
even
with
put his hands
Gamboa.
up or anything.
He
He was
was
just messing with him.
he was trying to take shots and give shots, and then I think Gamboa
That's what
caught
I'm
him and it
saying.
hurt
But
him.
that's part of Bud's style, man. Bud likes to trade. He's a brawler. He's a boxer brawler. He's like Ray Robinson, a boxer brawler, a man that can box very, very well, a man that can brawl very, very well. And he happens to have power in both hands. But I don't think Bud is like, I think Bud is all-time great, but I don't think it's like impossible to beat the man. We've seen him hurt before. It just takes the
That's it.
right punch at the right time. Does Boots have the power to execute that punch? I think he does. Will Boots execute that punch, and will he be able to get a finish? Because even though Gamboa had Terrence hurt, he couldn't get to stoppage. Also,
Now,
you have to
Yeah,
say
there's also footage of Boots getting hurt by someone named George Sosa. I'm not sure if y'all seen
yeah,
it.
I was just gonna say that.
it's
Now,
not
say
so
on the
much
other
about whether or not they get hurt. You get in the ring, you got a chance to get hurt, baby. But
facts.
what I'm
Anybody can get
saying
hurt.
is
Yeah, that's
Now,
true.
that's
now,
what I'm that's really my point actually. Like even though somebody may be skilled as hell, it doesn't mean they can't lose. We saw Shane Mosley almost knock Floyd Mayweather out twice.
yeah,
So the fact that Floyd survived, it shows that Floyd is in great condition. It shows he had a great chin and all that. But at the end of the day, he cut that shit very, very close. So what that means
hey,
to me is
What's up, bro?
anybody can
but
get.
on the other hand though, like you said, like if he get Bud hurt, he like let's say if he can finish. Now let's say on the other hand, let's say if Bud hurt Boots, it's over with.
Is that yeah? See, they both got a puncher's chance, so it's like
No. Bud's a good finisher. He's been proven to be a better finisher as of now than Boots.
yep.
Yeah, Bud
That's fine.
Boots has a bunch of knockouts, but Bud he has knocked out everyone since going to welterweight. So it's apples and oranges.
Someone said Bud got dropped by Me Machine. Boots will do it to him. I
I
don't
mean, we've
know.
already went over that. Anybody can get dropped by anybody.
Exactly.
The
What the fuck?
gloves.
Who
Yeah,
got
I
it,
don't,
man?
I don't
Who
know
is
what he meant by that.
dropped?
That's a terrible argument.
It's not really that. It's not that stuff is
He didn't
deep
even
to
get dropped
casuals.
either. He wasn't
Anybody
even
that
hurt.
watches
Exactly.
boxing,
He really
you
didn't even get
understand
dropped.
Hall of Famers have gotten dropped. It is what it is.
Mosley did not almost knock Floyd out. Don't you need to get at least a count to almost get KO'd?
No, what the
Yeah,
Go
fuck?
I
watch
don't know
that
what you're
fight.
talking
Did
about.
Floyd Mayweather almost get knocked out by Jab Judah? I think.
No,
No, Jab Judas just made
Exactly.
him his glove touch the canvas. Shane Mosley almost knocked Floyd Mayweather out.
Oh
Go watch
yeah,
the
only
fight.
times
Floyd
Floyd
got
been
right.
hurt was from
His knees
yeah, I
buckled, and
remember
then
that fight. I watched it.
yeah.
Floyd got dropped, his knees buckled, and then he was holding on with his guard up, trying to walk into Mosley. His poker face was great, but at the end of the day, he almost lost.
Man,
So what
boy.
that says to me is anybody can get hurt, anybody can get got. The
Fact.
only reason Floyd survived is because Floyd, I don't know if you noticed or not, but he used to train 3 times a day while training for a fight. He used to work out 8 to 10 hours a day. That's why he was able to survive that shit. The average fighter, they wouldn't have survived the punches that Shane Mosley threw.
Man,
So
bro, I ain't gonna lie. I was laughing like a motherfucker when Shane hit him, cause I don't know. I love Floyd. He all time. He probably like the greatest ever. But like, I was laughing like a motherfucker when Shane hurt him, cause it's just the way Floyd was just trying to
Almost got knocked
survive,
out
bro.
by
It,
Sugar
it
Shane
happened
Mosley.
so quick. It happened so quick.
For real.
I don't know what time y'all got on here, what y'all talked about. Thanks, let me in as a guest.
no
But
problem.
y'all talk about what was bothering me today was more of Canelo and Charlo. Was when I saw that video today that bothered me.
Yeah,
It kind of
he
bothered me
said
and
he
it
was
didn't
on
bother me
vacation.
because
I heard or something like that. And he
yeah, he was
said
Yeah,
out
he
there.
said he
Charlo.
signed the
To be
contract.
honest, I don't even
I,
want to see that fight.
I don't mind it. I think it was more or less a Valentine's Day retreat. He was with his family, whatever that was. It was
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, but I looked at it, the photo of him. It don't look like he's in no type of a shape to get ready in no month's time for such a big fight as Cinco de Mayo is coming up in March. I mean, in May, I think it is March, May. That's not to me. That's not an ample amount of time to fight a level fighter like Canelo. And then when they showed him, hey, I ain't got nothing on paper yet. Well, when was you gonna get ready? If it was,
Who you talking about?
You gotta understand, Kefa, a lot of fighters, they're like, I'll give you an example, Errol Spence. Errol Spence was in a full-time position, just like Jamal Charlo. He had a belt. Errol was unified. But Errol, throughout his career, although he was a champion, he played a part-time role, meaning he wasn't completely focused on boxing. So that's a lot of guys like that.
Arrow stay getting
Jamal
drunk and going to
Charlo,
clubs and shit.
yeah, Errol liked to drink and go to the club. Jamal Charlo, he's had marital issues. He's had things that has taken his mind away from boxing. So he's shown in the past few years He's not focused on boxing, so it's not a surprise to me that he's not focused on boxing now. I saw that video as well. I don't
Yeah.
pick Jamal Charlo to beat Canelo.
Not me neither. I don't see it.
He'll do a little better than his brother though, just a little
And
bit.
then the mood swing of Canelo, if you're reading deeper into him, he is fading out with boxing. His heart is on golf. He's mastering golf, and he's telling his sons don't go down the road of boxing. He's
Yeah.
like canceling that out of their minds because he's seeing something more productive. He has businesses. Huh? Say? No, I was listening to you. What were you saying?
No, that was somebody
Oh,
unmuted
he's
their mic.
he's on that market now where, and you can
I'm
see
about to nut.
retirement
I'm
is
about to
near. You can
nut.
see it.
I'm about to
You can
nut.
feel.
I'm about to nut.
What the fuck?
Man, if you don't get this weird ass
That's
nigga,
about
man.
it, nigga.
Yo, man, we on the Weird
I'm about to
Podcast,
nut.
bro.
His name, I know boxing. Get him
No,
I
out.
know
I'm
boxing.
gonna block him. I'm gonna block
Faggot
him.
ass
What the
nigga.
fuck wrong with this dude?
No,
bro?
Yeah,
yo,
nigga,
listen.
ugly ass
No,
nigga,
listen,
stupid ass
listen.
nigga, get off the
I
stage.
have to post these lives to YouTube. So when people come up here trolling, I don't need people to be
That's
talking
what I'm
about the
saying, bro.
alphabet
Y'all,
agency. I
y'all
don't need people
niggas.
talking about making derogatory terms like the F word that you just used. He
Bro, I
came up
was
here,
just
he said
scared
that
for a
bullshit, he
second,
got
bro.
popped.
Man, bro, y'all are
These
way too
lives
old to
get
be.
posted to YouTube, you understand? So when
Man,
y'all come up here, y'all can talk y'all trash, but I don't need derogatory terms and stuff because that's gonna
right.
mess up my YouTube
Wait.
video.
Facts.
Oh,
That's
my
what I'm
bad, my
saying.
bad.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all too
Y'all
old
Man,
to be
nah,
doing
because
all
what he
that,
said
bro.
was weird. That threw me
No,
off.
Same.
listen. Notice when people come up here with that, I never respond to them. I never get them energy. That's all they want. That's a grown ass man. It's 10:40 something.
Facts.
So
Yeah.
why are you giving him the energy? He just want attention. Don't never feed into that shit. If you up here
Exactly.
regularly because
Yeah, I
all
was
that.
just saying, get him out of here.
You know what I'm saying? That's weird, bro. Y'all too grown to be acting like that now, bro.
No,
Yeah,
he all
see.
good. It ain't weird. It ain't weird. It's a lot of men like that right now. Right now in America, a lot of people like that. It's
That's how
commonplace.
this
Man,
generation
I
is. Like
ain't like
everybody
that
my
though. I
age
got
be
a lot
acting
of
like that.
respect for people, bro.
Man,
I ain't gonna do
bro,
all that. That's
I'm
weird.
trying to
But
live
my thing, I'm gonna challenge y'all though. I'm
live a
gonna challenge
godly life.
y'all. When people come up here like that, don't give them any type of response. I never give them people a response. I always get their ass up out of here. I have to worry about if I post when I post my little replay on YouTube. You drop
And can't
the
you
F
blur
word.
it? I think you could blur it out a little bit. I don't know how you could do it.
I mean, I'm not even I'm talking about for later. I'm not even monetized at the moment, so I'm not worried about it right now. I'm just
Yeah.
saying for future reference, when the people come up and they try that shit, don't give them no energy. We block their ass. We move on.
I didn't know you were screen recording these. If you was posting these on YouTube, I wouldn't even have said that.
Oh yeah, I
I
seen
was
it on
just
his
saying
YouTube.
get him up
I
out of
wouldn't
there.
never even said what I said too, cause
Cause that was me that said the F word for
No, you all right, man. I don't. You good? It's not even about. It's just look. It's just principle. When people come up trying to distract from the live, you don't give them the energy that they want. That's all they want. That's all they want to do. Why would you get on a man live at 10:40 saying all that? Like, bro, he should be ashamed of himself.
Facts.
man, he probably got something going on at home, something. I don't know,
Look,
bro.
Man, bro.
when
Cause
somebody
there's a
comes and
lot
they
of
trying to
things
mess up
that
my
people be
game,
going through, bro.
I don't even
I
think
ain't
it's
trying to
that,
step
bro.
up
Man,
It's
in
just
the
like
live. I'm
some
not trying
people
to
are
step
just
up in the live.
immature.
that's just
Uh, I
disrespectful,
don't give
bro.
a damn what he got going on. If that's the case, stay off the internet until you get yourself right. But let's move
Exactly.
on. All
Yeah, you
right,
ain't lying
now
about that.
what were we talking about? We were talking about Canelo, Jamal Charlo. Kevin made a great point. Canelo has 1 foot in boxing. Canelo has 1 foot out of boxing. Canelo, aka I call him LT. We know that this man is focused on becoming a good golfer. The reason he don't want his son to go down the road of a boxer is because a lot of times when people come from wealth, it doesn't make them good fighters. In order to fight, you got to be able to dig down. You got to be able to recall adversity that you've been through in your life. You got to be able to put that in the ring. So if you're growing up rich, you're growing up cozy because of your parents, how successful they've been. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a great thing. But you're not necessarily going to be able to dig down in the
Facts.
hardest moments 9 times out of 10.
You not.
So Canelo steering his son away from boxing is great. Like Kefa was talking about, and also Canelo having 1 foot in boxing, 1 foot out of boxing. That's another reason why I believe David Benavidez would step on Canelo, because
Exactly.
David, he's all the way in. No matter what stuff he got caught up with as far as the drugs and all that. As far as fighting, David is all the way in. He's young and hungry. That's why I give David the edge.
I think David Benavidez can beat Canelo if Canelo fight him. I want to see that fight.
I feel like they both could beat each other on any given day. I don't even know.
No, I don't
At
think
the end of the
Canelo
day,
has.
it's like styles make fights
Canelo
because it's
too
like
small, man.
Benavidez, it's like
think
his defense that's convincing me to lead more towards Canelo. 'Cause I don't
Bruh,
know.
Canelo, listen, Benavidez' defense is perfect. We know why? His defense isn't the high guard that he uses, really. His defense at middleweight is his weight. He's naturally bigger than these guys, so he's able to absorb a lot of their punches. Canelo is a hard puncher, but Canelo isn't Deontay Wilder or Tank Davis or Terence Crawford when it comes to punching power. I'm talking pound for pound. He's just a hard puncher. He doesn't have anything necessarily special. You know how I know? Because Bivol took those punches on the chin into the body. David Benavidez is a larger man than Bivol. So, and we know Canelo isn't going to throw more punches than David Benavidez. We also know, like Keffa said, he has 1 foot in boxing, 1 foot in golf. So the chance of him beating a young, hungry lion is slim to none. I don't care what nobody say, man. I would bet so much money on that shit.
Yeah, me too. I got Benavidez, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But the way it seems, though, that fight looked like it's not gonna like transcend to us. It's like it's so weird. You would think
Oh
that.
yeah, that fight ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
That fight ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, it won't have. It's weird. It's just so weird because when you look at the list of names, you like, okay, Benavidez pretty much polished up his whole league, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, what else is he supposed to do?
Man, in
Yup,
my
you ain't lying
opinion,
about that though.
listen. In my opinion, what David Benavidez need to do, he need to stop doing what Demetrius Andrade did years ago. Stop waiting for Canelo. Just clear
Yeah,
out
there
his
you
Yeah,
go.
just
division.
keep
There you
fighting
go.
everybody.
Clear
Just
That's
out his
right.
Keep
Yeah,
division.
fighting everybody, man.
Yep.
Yup.
yeah.
Yep.
Good
Don't do
point.
what the
Good
man you
point.
just
Yep.
whooped last
Yeah.
Because
round.
that can happen to Shakur Stevenson
if I were
running
him, I would
around
have just moved
Yup.
up to
waiting.
175 and I'd have just fight everybody there.
And
Whenever
fight
Canelo ready, I'll come
Yeah.
back
Benavidez.
down and I'll beat
No,
the
no,
shit
I
out of
would have never
Canelo
Nah,
come
then.
don't
back
come
down.
back
Going
down.
back
Hell
down
no.
is
Don't
not
come back
killing
down.
nobody.
No, hell no.
Once he
What you
go
mean
up,
don't
then
come
we
back
move
down?
on. This is
Yeah.
one thing that I'll say about Canelo, man. There's one thing I'll say about Canelo. Canelo is nothing like Floyd. Floyd was 36 and gave that man a chance at the throne. Canelo is only 33 and he doesn't want to give Benavidez a chance at the throne.
Right.
Floyd was so good for boxing. That's why Floyd broke all those pay-per-view records. Floyd was an old man in boxing, fighting young guns. He gave Canelo a chance. He gave Victor Ortiz a chance.
Yup.
Canelo don't want to give people a real chance and a real
You
shot
ain't
to
lying
win because
about
he
that.
doesn't want to risk losing.
Julio Cesar Chavez did. He got Oscar De
Yeah,
La
yeah.
Hoya a
And
shot
Canelo
too
said,
when he was
you
young.
haven't fought with nobody. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. That's what Canelo be saying. That's exactly what he'll say. You ain't fought with nobody.
That's what he'll say.
You wanna pay?
Meaning,
Yeah.
you ain't taking no rooms out, baby.
What do you say? What we say?
Yeah,
Demetrius
but
Andrade
at
paid
the
him.
end of the day, when Floyd fought Canelo, Canelo was already a little bit of a star in his own right. So that's the only reason why Floyd was even eyeing Canelo, because Floyd knew he could make a lot of money. So Canelo does have a point when he's talking about who's selling tickets and all that. But you're the money guy, and you also have to understand that legacy plays into it as well. Canelo could make money no matter who he fights. So he might as well fight somebody that the fans want to see. And there's a big market for this Canelo David Benavidez fight. Like that would be a big pay-per-view event. A lot of people understand that David is a real threat. A lot of the Mexicans, they don't want to admit it, but deep down they know Benavidez is a real threat to their idol. So that shit would sell, man. It sell like hotcakes.
Take over the torch. I think
I
David
think
Benavidez.
I think it'll do like 900K to a million pay-per-views. I think it'll do like almost a million pay-per-views because Jamel Charlo and Canelo did 700K.
Yep.
I think
Yeah,
it'll
and no,
do.
it probably would do a million.
Yeah, it
Probably
probably would.
would do a million.
So you think
I said
he'll
like
fight
yeah,
Crawford or
1.3
no?
million.
Hey, same with Crawford though. I don't know. I don't know. He looking for the big money fights, so like I don't know. But I think he should fight Boots. I think he should fight Boots. But I know.
No. That's different. It's a different dynamic. Crawford at 36 has just now become in the spotlight. Canelo has been in the limelight since his early 20s. David Benavidez has been calling Canelo out for 4 years now. Boots, he's been calling out Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford wasn't even the man until the end of his career. So it's a false equivalency, man. Boots been calling
Right.
Crawford out for like a year or two, but Boots switched like Crawford said. Boots went the IBF route. If Boots would have
Fact.
stayed on the same
WBO.
same championship title that Bud had, he'd have became his mandatory. So Boot went the IBF route, and I know why Boots did that because it's better to have your own title anyway as opposed to waiting. He don't even know if Bud would have gave him the fucking fight. So why not go
But
out there and get your own
would
title?
have,
So
because
I
I
understand
heard
why Boot did what he did.
because the fighter before the fighter Bud fought before Spence, Evan Asian, they said Boots' team was also supposed to make a fight with Evan Asian, but then
Evan
Evan Asian chose Crawford over
right.
Eaton. He chose Crawford.
It wouldn't. I don't think it would have made a difference who he chose, boy. I don't think Avon was beating either one of them motherfuckers.
Nah, hell no. Both of them step on him.
Avon he was tough though, and then he tried to do the switch hitting. He has a very interesting style, but nah.
Man, Crawford laid that nigga out.
Man, that knockout was crazy. That knockout was crazy, man. Like I was sitting there watching, and I'm like, God damn, he just laid flat, man, flat on his back.
Right. I said, God damn.
Like you need yellow tape or something, boy. That shit was crazy.
Thought that boy was dead.
Yeah. Shakur gonna beat the brakes off dude. You talking about Schofield? I don't know, man. This is the thing.
Man, Scory full.
Shakur and all of these guys. I'm gonna hold up, NBA. I'm gonna make this point. Then I'm gonna let you go. Shakur and Tank and all of these guys, they are used to fighting competitive Mexican fighters, competitive Caucasian fighters. Right now in the lightweight division, it's looking like Black Murderers Row. I don't know if you know what that is, but back in the day, a lot of the black fighters were blackballed from getting championships, so they created their own tournaments. In the lightweight division, you have the most black American talent that we've ever had. And I'm talking about guys that people don't talk about. Schofield, you know what I mean? Frank Martin, Andy Cruz, Keyshawn Davis, Abdullah Mason. When you're dealing with guys like that are just as fast as you, just as strong as you, and they work on their IQ as well, they got feet as well, they can jab as well, anything can happen. That's why when you look at Black Murderers Row, none of those fighters was undefeated. That's what happens when you fight the best. When you fight a Mexican fighter 9 times out of 10, guess what? You're going to have an advantage in foot speed. So that shit is going to bail you out from time. When you get in trouble, that could bail you out.
Facts.
So when they start fighting each other, these lightweights, you're gonna be surprised. Some of these names that aren't as popular, they could hand Shakur or take an L at lightweight. Cause these boys, I'm telling you, they coming, man. This is crazy. If boxing was like back in the day, none of these motherfuckers would be undefeated. None of them. Cause there'd be too much talent fighting each. Imagine you going to war all the time against a great adversary. Your body not gonna bounce back. You're gonna start taking losses just because attrition. Just because of attrition, you're gonna start taking losses.
I mean, I think the reason why the
These
fighters,
prospects are just.
I think the reason why they don't want to fight each other, because they scared to lose. Not only that they scared to lose, they scared the fans gonna turn on them. Especially the fighters that been ducking fighters. Like if you like been ducking fighters and you finally lose to a fighter that you been ducking, they be like, oh shit. So that's why you been ducking that fighter. You know you gonna get your
Look, man. Hey, fuck the fans. We control this. Like, even with my little channel and all that, we control the way that people view the sport.
Yep.
These fighters need to speak up. If you're a fighter and you have 100,000 people on Instagram or 500,000 or 1 million, you should never be able to get blackballed by these boxing media people. You should never be able to get blackballed by the so-called fans. You have your own fans. So you could change the way that people view taking the loss. You could change the way that people view you. Muhammad Ali lost. And you know what he said? It's good sometimes that a champion loses because it motivates other people. People look at the champion and they idolize the champion. But guess what? In real life, we all take losses.
Facts.
So you think I'm going to care if Tank loses? You think I would look different at Tank if he takes a loss? No.
Yeah,
Every human being in their life, they take a loss. Right now, we in the post-Floyd Mayweather era. Floyd Mayweather was something truly special. He went undefeated. The man was boxing since he was in the crib. He was perfect. He was as close to perfect as we're going to get in a fighter. There will probably never be another Floyd Mayweather.
Especially saying that, especially he changed the financial status in the boxing world. You're right. There will never be another guy like him. He just changed the whole financial status, man. Took it to a whole nother level. Whole nother level.
Yeah, I remember I seen the video where Floyd said he came from school, they took my homework. He said, fuck homework, put that boxing tape on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen that shit so many times.
I knew what I wanted to do.
He said, I knew I wanted to be
There's
champion.
nothing wrong with that. You see kids all across the world taking up tennis at young ages, taking up golf at young ages. They try to discourage black kids mainly from taking up a trade at a young age because they understand when you take up some shit at a young age, by the time you're in your early 20s, you'll be successful. You'll have money. You know what I mean? So they try to hold us back from that advancement. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather, he came through the cracks, he broke through the system, and now he's a billionaire. Somebody said if you lose, they want you to take less on your mandatory minimum. Look, man, these fighters, they get gypped because they want to get gypped. We in a social media era. We're in an age of information. You could do a deal with YouTube. You could do a deal with Instagram. Do a deal with Twitch, and promote
Did
your own
Mike
shit.
Tyson get gypped out his money before? I think.
Yeah, I mean, all of these fighters get gypped out their money, but it's
Yeah,
because
it was like Don King.
Next person got it.
it was different in Mike Tyson and day though. They didn't have the internet. We have the internet now. You can market yourself. You could pay for your own license. You could do everything yourself if that's what you want to try to do. Everybody that was in here liking the live, I appreciate it, man. I'm gonna keep going for about 20 minutes. Give y'all a nice power hour, man. But basically my point of having this live is to show love to the lightweights that people don't mention. Floyd Schofield calling out SHAKUR. Floyd Schofield is 16-0. Really, if this was really
Schofield
boxing,
don't
SHAKUR.
fight Hadullah Mason.
Hmm?
Why he don't fight Hadullah Mason?
No,
Floyd
listen,
Schofield.
Abdullah Mason, I think he too tall for Floyd Schofield.
No, there's no such
He probably
thing
gonna
as
put him
being
up.
too tall. If they're in the same weight class, you got to get out
Yeah,
there.
yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get that, but I don't know. He probably just trying to fight somebody like, I don't know, just somebody like at a whole nother level. So I'm
Listen,
surprised
let
he
me tell
calling
you
out
something.
SHAKUR this early though.
I'm not surprised, and I don't think that people should shy away from these call-outs. Right now, a lot of guys be ducking young guys because they're like, "Oh, he too green. He not ready for me," and this and that. That's not how boxing works, man. If a motherfucker get in there and y'all got them 8 ounces on, anything can happen. Floyd Schofield got 16 fights. He wanted to fight SHAKUR at the end of the year. SHAKUR jump on that shit. You know what I mean? Because this gives SHAKUR a chance to prove that he's head and shoulders above the competition. Or if it doesn't go how he expects it, say he loses, that'll change the way that people view Floyd Schofield. That'll change the way people view SHAKUR. These are the fights that we need to be happening. Fights where a guy who, with a lot of respect, is giving someone who doesn't have a big name a chance to show whether or not they're on their level. You know what I mean? These are underground fights. And really, these would be large fights if a lot of these promotional companies weren't lazy. Because all of these guys, it's easy to market these dudes in the social media era. Have Ismael Barroso versus Tank. Didn't he beat Broly? I mean, yeah, but I don't know who Tank's next opponent is. And another reason I was doing this live is to tell y'all, the lightweight division is so talented and so stacked from top to bottom. We don't have to sit around waiting on who Tank's next opponent will be.
I like
Floyd-
that. Frank Martin versus Edwin De Los Santos. I like that one.
That would be a great fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like that one.
And the reason, and somebody said exactly what Crawford need to do for Boots. You gotta understand something. SHAKUR Stevenson in his 20s, Floyd Schofield in his 20s. Bud Crawford, because he was signed to the wrong promotion, didn't get his just due money-wise until he was 36 years old. So Bud is at the end of his career. Believe it or not, he's gonna give us probably 3 to 5 more fights. He's trying to make as much money as possible. Since Boots hasn't done a great job marketing his career, and why do I say that? Because Ryan Garcia is not the fighter that Boots is, but Ryan got all of these damn fans. So Ryan, he playing the game. He playing a whole different game.
Yeah, Ryan could get any
Some
fight that he
fighters can play
wants.
both games. Floyd, he could play both games. Ali played both games where they did it outside the ring and in the ring. Ryan can't really do it in the ring, but he's doing it outside the ring. Boots could do it in the ring, but he's not doing it outside the ring. So guess what? That means as a boxer, he's not playing the game good enough for him to get a fight with Bud. But when we talk about SHAKUR Stevenson and Floyd Schofield, this would just be a boxing fans fight because SHAKUR is a pay-per-view star.
He
this will let
said
us know.
Trinidad or Oscar De La Hoya. I don't know who this. The person said Trinidad or Oscar De La Hoya. I can't think.
I don't know, man. Trinidad, he had loaded gloves, so without the gloves, Oscar probably get him.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember when
Oscar.
Oscar fought Jeff Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather uncle. He knocked him out, man. That was crazy. And then Floyd got
Yeah,
his get back for his uncle.
yeah, I got
Man, that's a
Oscar.
hell of a story, man. I might do a video on that. Hey Zay, don't jump in here with no music, man. What's up?
Oh,
You
yeah.
want to talk boxing?
Yeah, sorry about that. My thing was already on from
You
before.
good? You good? You good? What's up though? When you want to talk boxing, man? You got a question or something?
I didn't really have anything in mind. I'm just trying to see if you guys are talking about something I know about, and I can just jump in with
Okay, you good? You good? Then we just gonna keep on with the live, and if you see something that you want to tune in on, go ahead and tune in on. But basically, what I'm saying is this. All right. A lot of the lightweights, the younger guys, the guys that people don't mention, Keyshawn Davis, Floyd Schofield, Andy Cruz, Abdullah Mason, Frank Martin isn't young, but he hasn't been able to do much as far as resume and shit, and he started late. A lot of these guys are just as talented as Tank and Shakur or Devin, even though Devin moved up and T.O. They just don't have the right management. They're not going about their careers in the same way. But these motherfuckers, if they fight each other, these are going to be some of the best fights we've ever seen. But they're not going to be big pay-per-view events. Pay-per-view events. But Floyd Schofield versus Shakur or Floyd Schofield versus Keyshawn Davis, these fights are going to be some of the best fights we've seen. And I don't know what it is about the lightweight division, but for whatever reason, this is the most stacked division in all of boxing. And people, they just don't know it, don't show it, or just don't care about what's going on in the lightweight division.
Yeah, they don't know it because like they're not making the fights happen.
Facts. That's why. That's why.
Shakur, and Shakur is like the only one that's actually like putting himself out there. Like he's doing his thing in the ring and out.
Look. Shakur putting himself out there. Shakur just retired. Schofield called out Shakur. So is Shakur going to fight Schofield? Is he going to get a young gun a chance?
He was just joking or something like that. They said
He did come out of
Shakur didn't
retirement. Though.
make
He
the
came out
retirement.
of retirement
I heard
a few days ago. He came out of retirement a few days ago.
Yeah, okay, so Shakur out of retirement. My point is this. Schofield calling you out. Pitbull ducking you, right? So you couldn't get a fight with Pitbull. The Frank Martin fight fell out. Schofield is saying he'll fight you. And Schofield hungry, so he'll take anything. He'll take, 100K. He'll take a little paycheck. So my thing is Shakur going to fight Schofield? Y'all say that he's trying to fight the people and all that. Is he going to fight Schofield?
Shit, I don't know. I don't know if he's
so.
gonna fight anybody. I'm just
saying.
saying, like he's the only one that's doing his part, like in and out the ring.
Yeah.
How is Shakur doing his part in and out the ring when his last fight was horrible? I mean, I know he said he was injured, but that's not him doing his part in and out the ring. Also, he's not a pay-per-view star as of right now. So when you say he's doing his part in and out of the ring, he's going to guys.
Attraction.
Huh?
Pay-per-view attraction. That's what Floyd Mayweather said.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Right now, you're correct. I don't know if he can become a pay-per-view attraction, but right now, Shakur isn't a pay-per-view attraction. So when you say he's doing his part in and out of the ring, I would have to disagree with you. In the ring, Shakur is a great fighter, one hell of a fighter. His last performance was bad.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah,
that's what people are remembering. So he has to come back and make up for that. But even before that, he had great performances, but he still wasn't a pay-per-view attraction. So how is he doing his part?
Can I say something on Shakur?
Yeah.
So it just speaks about the health of the sport that is one of the top guys. Like the card leading up to the fight really wasn't that great, and maybe I'm just hating because that's the only fight of Shakur I've seen, but I don't think he's even good, dude. Like the hell.
Well, keep in mind you got to put part of that on a promotional aspect of Top Rank because they didn't promote it either that well. They let it all the way up to the press conference, but after that, it was nothing in between that.
Like, Top Rank is horrible when promoting.
If you were Bob Arum and you are a black fighter, you better be ready to be a self-promoter.
Yes,
that's all we do.
Exactly.
Now,
Top Rank is horrible. They horrible when
Zayd is a fraud. You said that it was the only fight that you watched at Shakur. So I would say that when it comes to Shakur Stevenson, you ignorant, and I mean that. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I mean it in a literal sense, meaning since you haven't seen any of his other performance based on your own words, you don't know how great or how good or how bad he is. But I'm gonna tell you from the fights that I've seen, Shakur is a very, very good fighter. He
Facts.
may be a great fighter. We won't know until he fights Tank and Devin and all those guys. But he is a very, very good fighter, and he has had more offensive nights. Like there's a fight that you can go watch: Shakur versus Jamel Herring. Very,
No,
very dominant.
hey, I got a fight that you can really his first fight at lightweight. You Shakur versus Yoshino. You can go watch that, bro. I promise you, he put on a performance.
I'll definitely put on some Shakur highlights while I'm talking to you guys right
Hey,
now.
no,
I
watch
don't want you to go to
Shakur
watch
versus
highlights. I
Yoshino.
don't want you to
Watch.
watch highlights. Listen. When you get off the live, right, I want you to go actually watch a whole fight. I challenge you to do that because a highlight is one thing. If you want to understand boxing, just like if you want to understand football or NBA, go watch the whole fight. Shakur versus Jamel Herring or Shakur versus Yoshino. Tell the whole story.
Or Shakur versus Oscar Valdez. That's a good one too.
Yeah, Valdez is a great fighter. Valdez is probably his best performance to date.
Oh yes, hell yes.
Hell yeah.
But we forget
Explaining
What
very
like
fight I'm gonna watch?
but we forget a very
explaining like
important part of Shakur's career,
like
and that's Pop Wally, man, his trainer and coach, man. You know, we keep always talking about Shakur, but who's behind Shakur? And he has a great corner too. And I've
What's
been
up?
wait a minute. The brother that's talking don't really look at Shakur Stevens. I'm from Newark, New Jersey, okay? Been around the gyms up there, and to see this dude train, it's unbelievable. So that was a shock for me to even see that performance
I want to
on national television when I was at the Pac Center in Newark, New Jersey to go see him fight. When he packed out the Pac Center, I was there. So what we saw wasn't, I think it was him being showing top rank, being spoiled to me. I'm looking at it as him being a little spoiled brat out, and he says what he says, and all of a sudden now he's back. You know, come on now. But eventually, I think this is his last deal. Correct me if I'm wrong, right or wrong. His contract is ending soon.
No, you're right. You're right. His contract is coming to an end. I believe he's going to sign with the PBC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Shakur was injured, bro. I believe it too, bro. Because Shakur never fought like that ever.
Never fought like that. So I'm sorry that the other young man got to look him up. I'm so sorry you have to do that. I'm not trying to convince you that Shakur is a good fighter, but you will see and watch the tape. You would say he's a well-rounded young man. He's going to have a great long career in it if it goes his way, and he don't wind up like fighters that just don't make the big league because of politics, you know.
Right.
What's going on, man?
Now, I got to let my man MVP, baby, go ahead and speak his piece because he's been waiting. What's up, MVP?
That's what's up, man. I appreciate you. I was gonna say, you know, a lot of the hate that's coming from Shakur, of course, people are calling him boring, but that's only part of the piece. He needs to stay off of Twitter. You know, he's really, all he does is spam on Twitter, and he just makes himself look like he makes himself look like a goofy.
Yeah,
Every
like
time he-
like
Small
what they
things like that promote you though.
Shakira
Trash
Twitter.
talk, all that.
every time he posts on Twitter, his whole comment section just roasts him. All of them roast him. Like he just needs
All
to stay off Twitter.
publicity is good publicity, though. So if people are engaging with him on Twitter, then he's doing a good job. But as far as him becoming a pay-per-view star or pay-per-view attraction, he's gonna have to do something more than Twitter. Twitter isn't working, so he's gonna have to start his trash talk. He can't just go there and get in a guy's face and try to play the street image or the tough image. He's gonna have to try to come up with something more witty or something more funny. I don't know, but he's gonna have to come up with a character and sell that character. Now,
Man, I'll be
Nick,
talking that shit.
what's up, Nick? What's up?
Hey, how are you guys?
I'll be talking that shit if I was Shakur. I'm sorry.
Shakur talks a lot of shit, man, but it's not selling.
Man,
So
I'll be
Nick,
like
what you
rolling on
gotta
it.
say, man?
Just about did you hear about, because it's in Shakur's camp and stuff, did you hear about Keyshawn and Teofimo's dad? Did you hear about what happened in there? Apparently a big scuffle broke out at a sparring session, and Keyshawn knocked down Teo's dad. And
This an old sparring?
No, this apparently it was like in the build up for Ortiz, from what I read.
Okay.
Is that really true? Because if it is,
Apparently,
I don't know.
Top Rank put out a statement about
What kind of dude knocks down an old man? I don't understand that. What kind of dude punches an old man?
And then they
ever heard of that dude? You know that dude that Deontay Wilder fought, the white guy that was going around on YouTube boxing strangers?
Yeah,
Oh,
Charlie
Charlie
Zelenoff.
Zelenoff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Charlie Zelenoff.
Oh, buddy, yeah.
He hit Floyd Mayweather Sr. So that's the type of dude that would hit an old man, Charlie Zelenoff. So
I
he
think
hit Floyd Mayweather Sr. with his back turned. Floyd Mayweather Sr. had his back turned, and Charlie Zelenoff went in there and started trying to wail out on him.
Hey,
There's a
all I
history of
know
doing that
is,
too. It's a whole
all I know
compilation on
is,
YouTube.
Rolly hit an old man too, but that old man hit back. That's all I got to say.
Things like that should make you banned from boxing gyms.
I think if
Boxing,
I had
people
to,
rarely get banned because boxing is about bans. You know what I mean? It's about money. So you really will get banned when money is involved.
I think if I had to guess why it happened, I would assume that Teofimo's dad got lippy and was just speaking out of line because he usually does. I think that's what it said on the report about it as well.
So who'd you have in that fight? Keyshawn or Teofimo?
I got Keyshawn.
Nah, that's crazy.
What?
I think Teofimo has more experience in the big league, but I think Keyshawn has more skill because Keyshawn can cut off the ring. Teofimo can't. He's very.
I mean,
That's the one thing he has though.
The way they talk down,
Keyshawn's got skill.
Keyshawn talked down to Frank Martin. He talked down to Tio. He talks as if he knows that he's above these guys. I believe him. Bro.
It's crazy how like when they were doing the mic'd up and they were talking one on one next to each other, they're just they're so respectful, quiet, and then when they finish fighting, they start screaming. I don't know if it's genuine hatred towards each other, probably just to sell the fight, but they all get hyped up. This guy Teofimo starts flexing his belts in the ring, saying, "You got this, you got this."
Man, all I got to say is all them Devin victims. That's all I got to say.
Hey, listen, that's a great point, but I'm gonna tell you like this, MVP. I agree because when I seen that, I'm like, okay, if y'all got all this smoke for each other, why y'all having such a respectful back and forth dialogue? Y'all on a big stage. People are watching you.
Exactly.
Tell them what it is. Keyshawn, if you want to fight,
beat Tank in a sparring session. I heard.
Huh?
Frank Martin said he beat Tank like in a sparring session.
I heard that too.
I heard
I heard that too. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like,
yeah, I heard that too.
But you can't really go off no sparring session. When I watched it, Frank Martin said that Tank got a lot of power. He didn't say I beat. This is him right after the sparring being recorded. Now after he tried to build up a fight, he says, "Yeah, I beat him" and all that. But right after being recorded, all he said was, it was good work. Tank got a lot of power. He got good power. Blah blah blah. It was good work. He didn't say like me. I'm the type of motherfucker. If I beat on somebody in sparring and they recording, I'm already thinking business. So I would have told him straight up, "Yeah, I just got finished whooping this dude ass." Frank ain't do that. And then he waited and then probably said that, "Yeah, I beat up on Tank," because now he's trying to sell the fight. If you beat up on Tank, why you ain't say that after you got up when you was interviewed? These guys be trying to be people friends. Y'all not friends at the end of the day. So it don't matter if you tell somebody, "Yeah, I just got finished whooping your ass." So even if you get your ass whooped, they want to be friends when they're around the guy, but then later on they try to double back and try to build up a beef. Beef with him from the jump. Stop trying to be cool with all of these guys that you might have to end up fighting with.
About that, that's what Tank said about Shakur. Like, you can't just come in my locker room.
Yeah. Tank, because it's like, because Shakur made videos talking about he gonna make Tank look average and da-da-da-da, but then he gonna go ask for Tank autograph and shit. It don't make sense.
Fact.
So it's like, I mean, but it does make sense too, because some people they focus on the business. So Shakur like, "Yeah, I could fake like I don't like you and make a bunch of money and still beat up on you." Some people they business minded like that. Tank, he not like that. He actually with his emotions. He fights off his emotions, like Marvin Hagler, like Mike Tyson. So he don't want to be your friend if he has to go in there and knock you out.
Shakur is like the last person to deserve a Tank fight from considering his last performance. I need to see him more in the ring. Maybe get back in.
You heard what Calvin Ford said.
He need to fight Lomachenko.
Man, Calvin Ford said we can't do what we do. Shakur just gonna jab and run from Tank. That's all he gonna do.
They're not gonna jab and fight if it's just gonna be boring. A guy like
he
that
need to study Pernell Whitaker and sit on his punches too, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that'd be a good person for him to study. Pernell Whitaker.
Yeah, he need to do that, man.
You know what? I feel like people right now they just don't appreciate boxing like how they used to. And plus, Shakur is a black fighter. I mean, Shakur does some of the same shit defensively that Loma does. It's just like Shakur said, when Loma does it, he's the Matrix. When Shakur does it, he's a runner. So it's just racial bias that people have. They want to see a black guy really go out there and kill himself to get a victory. They don't want to see you using your smarts, your intelligence, and shit like that. They just want to see you slug it out But Loma, when he moves, when he ducks punches, they look at it as a beautiful display of boxing. So it's a double standard. We got to call it what it is. We got to call it out when we see it. That way they don't get to use it. But Shakur's last performance doesn't do a lot to defend him. I say that.
All I
Well,
say
you know, that's
is
like
I
Shakur's
never.
last
I ain't.
fight.
All I say is I never had to go to sleep watching the Loma fight. That's all I got to say.
Yeah,
I
Loma
think
is beautiful. Very aesthetic fighter. That's a great point.
if you weren't allowed to move laterally in boxing, they wouldn't give you 22-foot rings. If you want moving laterally completely out of the sport, put them in a phone booth or put them in a 14-foot ring.
Fact.
It's gonna happen.
Yo, you watch UFC?
No, not
Not
really.
really.
Really?
Nah, not really.
I watch the UFC though. I watch it.
I don't watch it like that.
I only mentioned
I play the games though. I play the games, but like
Yeah.
as far as watching,
Yeah, I only play UFC 4. That's it. I never got 5.
Yeah, I watch it though. Who your favorite UFC fighter though? Whoever said
man,
it.
fight. And all I say is fight night champion. I knock your ass out.
I only bring
Hey,
it up.
look, you got Fight Night Champion. I get up on that, whoop your ass real quick. I'm like the Pernell
Oh, I
Whitaker,
gotta-
the Floyd Mayweather on there.
I
I
gotta
got the Philly shell.
I gotta get my game pass back, folks. Now.
Ah, man, you don't want to get your ass whooped.
No.
KJ, I got a question.
I'll play you though. I just saying like I gotta get my
KJ.
game pass back.
Ah,
I got a question. So, whose performance do you feel was worse in terms of their last performances? Shakur's or Tio's?
I think Shakur's was worse.
The
Shakur.
Tio fight it had some action. The Shakur fight, it's just the way that he made it look. I mean, when you go watch that fight, when Shakur scored and when he landed, it was actually real sharp and crisp. But he made it look like he was running. The Tio fight,
Tio was coming forward though.
Ortiz, he did a little bit more, but the crazy part is Shakur looked better than Ortiz. Like he looked slick as hell in that fight. He was spinning Edwin around. He was countering at times. It's just his name's so big. Like people know that Shakur's supposed to be one of them ones. So when he does bad, it's worse than if Jermaine Ortiz does bad. Nobody really looks at Jermaine Ortiz as a potential opponent for Tank and Haney. No offense to Ortiz, they look at him more like a contender, a guy that's supposed to go out there and compete for the belt but not win it. And that's really and I think Ortiz beat Tio, but that's really the reason why they wouldn't give him the victory, because it's like we don't even look at you as somebody that's gonna hold a belt. The boxing powers that be, they don't really look at him. So the only way they was gonna allow him to beat Tio is if he went out there and really put pause on Tio and stayed in there.
Like Cambosis did. Cambosis took that belt from Tio. Like he whooped his ass.
Like, I don't know
That's
what they're
what you have to
doing.
do.
I really don't know what they're doing over there at the top rank matchmaking. but,
Man,
like,
Tio face looked like ground beef after that fight.
I think
when I
I'm
saw matchmaking for with Ortiz and what's his name, and Tio, I was like, I just had a feeling it was gonna be a boring fight. I should have bet the over, rounds
People
because
said Ortiz is also robbed against Loma, but I don't know about that though.
Nah,
I watched the
Ortiz
Loma
was
fight.
hitting Loma's guard all fight. You can't win a fight off hitting someone's guard the whole time. No matter how high your work rate is, it's not how it works. You don't take a fight, like you don't take belts or you don't fucking win a fight just by hitting someone's guard the entire fight. He's
Canelo could hit your arms and they're gonna score those as winning shots. In the Lamar fight, they did that.
Yeah. Well, I said this before, but going back to the Tio and Cambosis fight, I'm Australian, so if you'd think I'd be biased to Cambosis. Tio didn't get his ass whooped. It was a good fight between two people, and it was a split decision. You can't say one person got their ass beat. Like Teofimo did knock Cambosis down in the 9th or the 10th. Like we can't say that it was a one-sided beatdown or anything. It was a good fight actually, and it was
a good fight.
But the thing about it is, one thing I gotta say about that, Tio came out the first round looking for a knockout. You can't do that, bro.
He messed
you
up.
You gotta do how everybody else do it. But
You have to box.
facts. That's what Bud do. Bud said, "I box you. If it's there, it's there. I'll take it." But don't go there looking for the knockout.
But Tio is not Bud. So it is what it is.
Facts.
Teofimo was talking about how Loma choked the fight against him, but then he did it in the very next fight himself. I thought that was pretty funny when he was saying that Loma can't win a 12-round championship
Hey, I
fight.
seen a meme saying like Shakur and Tiafimo are the Thursday brothers.
Yeah, but
I mean,
fighting
at the
on
moment,
a
it makes
Thursday is
sense.
cursed.
That's
Every
Bob,
fight on
man.
a
Bob
Thursday is
crazy
lame.
with that. But hey,
Can
fellas,
we can I ask y'all this question? We talked
huh?
about that weight class. What about let's talk about Lamont Roach Jr. He has a belt, and where do you think his career
Yeah,
going?
I seen his last
Then
performance
he
against
knock out
Hector
Hector
Garcia.
Garcia.
Back of
Yeah,
the head
no, I
though.
think
It was
I
back of
don't
the
think he
head.
knocked him out. He
Yeah,
got a knockdown. He won.
He got
He
the
didn't knock him
decision.
out.
yeah, we got to keep.
But I mean,
hmm
I had to see him against somebody else. I don't even know I don't know how good Hector Garcia is. I mean, the Tank Davis fight, Hector said he couldn't see. You know what I mean? He said he couldn't see. Like, he said, I can't see after Tank hit him. So if Hector Garcia was good, maybe he lost something after the Tank fight. He didn't look too good against Lamar Roach. So I would love to see Lamar Roach against other guys. For real.
I would
And
love to
then
see him move
Ain't
up in
Lamar
weight.
Roach at 130,
Yeah,
right?
Lamar.
Yeah, he's at
Then
130.
he should fight Navarrete. He should fight Navarrete.
No,
Hey,
no,
is
never
Keyshawn
moved up to
Davis 130?
135.
if he at 130, he might as well go to fuck the 130. Ain't nothing there. Go to
Yeah,
135.
well, 135. There you go.
Go
Yeah.
start
I think
whooping ass over there.
Or
Navarrete should
Tevin
go to
Farmer.
135 as well. He should go to 135.
I think
Yeah,
that the
anybody
reason
that's at 130, go to 135 where it's popping, bro.
I think
But
the reason that Shakur retired, like quote unquote retired, was because of the Navarrete, him moving up to 135, and he got a shot at the vacant title like without question. Where there are contenders that weren't getting the shot, and Shakur wasn't getting the shot himself. I think that's what he was like. Oh well, he was being a like.
Yeah, he
I like
reposted it on Twitter and
Man,
said that.
Shakur was acting like a pussy. That's all I got to say.
I mean, it is
no,
fair though
he
if
wasn't. You gotta
you come
understand
off like
something.
a
Shakur has been with Bob for all those years,
Yeah.
a dominant performer for all those years. Bob hasn't given him opportunities, but what I would tell Shakur is this: Bob Arum, in the last couple of years, when has he shown that he's gonna market a black fighter? Remind you, Bob Arum used to have Floyd Mayweather under his stable. He
that's
told Floyd that Floyd would never be a star like Oscar De La Hoya. Bob Arum used to have Terrence
To leave him
Crawford.
and go to
You know how
PBC.
dangerous Terrence Crawford is. He said he struggled selling Terrence Crawford's pay-per-views. So when you look at the precedent, why are these black fighters still going to top rank? If they don't know how to market you, or if they don't want to market you, accept that shit and go somewhere else.
Who's
surely.
Why
top
do
ranked?
Shakur don't go to PBC?
I think he
He
will.
might
He's only got one
his
fight left.
contract is over. I promise you, he's going to PBC.
He
I
has
think
one more fight deal with Top
Man,
Rank
he need to go somewhere else.
before he sits down and talk to anybody. He has to finish that
Cause
one
I heard
fight
people. Cause I heard
contract.
PBC
Wait a
owe
minute.
people some
Yeah,
money.
yeah, yeah. I know that too. I know that. Yeah, yeah.
You might know it, but some other people might not. That's listening to us.
Yeah.
We got to keep in mind it's going to the YouTube world. You know.
Yep.
I mean,
But go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
it depends on what him and Bob's relationship is. Like, you know, if they're chill with each other, just because his friend, you know, Terrence Crawford went to PBC doesn't mean he's just gonna automatically move over. But if they're not on good terms, him and Bob most definitely he'll leave.
Well, we can see that there wasn't any type of, we would say, relationship. It's business how it's conducted with Top Rank, because he did it to Terrence Crawford. And go down the track record over the last 10 years, Top Rank has not promoted anybody. So it has nothing to do with one person to be picked on. I just think it's Bob Aaron's old way of
They promoted Loma. Promoted Loma.
well, let me
Favoritism,
tell you
though.
that. You're right. Forgot about Loma.
Who's their
But
biggest
that was like Loma was coming from overseas.
Exactly.
It's right.
So but that's Bob's thing though. Bob loves if he can get a foreign fighter.
Yeah.
And he tries to feed off of that country. But
Man.
what Bob didn't learn how to do, because Bob came out with who? He came out with Ali. Ali promoted his damn self.
That's
So
right.
when Bob see these brothers, he looking at them like, look, you need to go out there and do what the hell Ali was doing.
Right.
You black, right? Go out there and sell the fight. That's how Bob looking at it. I'm
Hey,
telling you.
don't do what Floyd did. Do what Ali
Had a
did.
very, very special spirit. And everybody's not gonna be able to do that. Now, Floyd, he had some of that Ali in him as well, but Bob, he thought that Floyd was never gonna be bigger than Oscar, so Bob didn't want to push him. He told Floyd that. So Floyd left.
Yep.
Not only am I gonna be
And I think he left him and went with Jay Prince, though. I think he left him and went with Jay Prince.
But I
He
don't
got
think.
a new manager.
Listen about the Shakur signing to PBC. I heard Canelo finna leave PBC, so I think PBC finna go out of business. They owe people money, bro. They not. You don't sign with PBC either. Don't.
Man, I'm telling you, that
Can't even
PBC,
sign to
they
them
gonna
though.
save
It's
boxing.
yep.
Yep.
PBC gonna save boxing. They Canelo lucky that they gave him so much. All of them little HBO and them people was paying him all that damn money to where as though he not forced to make any of these fights. They gave him so much money now he could play with the public. But if Canelo was still a hungry dude out there, he would fight Benavidez.
Yeah.
So PBC gonna save boxing, I promise you, man. But look, I'm gonna get up out of here, bro.
You ain't got to
I
go.
got
You just want to.
I got a question.
no, I actually gotta go. I'm tired of the motherfucker.
You know. I say every time you say that, I'm gonna say it.
Question.
Every time you say you got to go, no, you don't.
Man, you ain't gotta go.
You ain't got to go.
I had a question.
Hey, y'all let the man go, bro. He tired. We'll see him tomorrow or something.
Cam the Batman Kawaki. I think
Yeah.
everybody for coming up on a live. And for the people that was in here earlier, and for the people that's gonna come up, remember when people come up trolling, no matter what they say, I don't want y'all. We could cuss up here and all of that, but we don't want to make any derogatory terms towards any of the different groups that exist
That's my
today.
bad. That's
Yeah,
my bad.
I ain't gonna call him no more ugly niggas. I ain't gonna call him none of that, man. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying. Remember, it goes to YouTube, so you could cuss, fuck shit, damn, all of that, but don't call no derogatory terms because
Right. That's right.
Yeah, you ain't lying about that, bro. Cause I
Because
had
your name and your face on your promo is going around the world on them little tabs. I see all of y'all on the right side of my phone. That's going around the world. So just be
right. So
mindful what you're saying. That's all.
yeah,
right especially when it comes to these different groups out here, man. These groups powerful. You don't want to be blackballed from a job or something like that
yeah,
because you said something. And also when people come up here trolling, don't give them no energy. That you know that every time somebody come up here trolling, I don't say nothing. I just block them.
yeah.
I don't say no. I don't go back and forth with them people.
You remember when
I don't
old
even
buddy
laugh.
got up on here and he was talking about some? I can't remember what he was saying, but he was talking about
I ain't
something,
even gonna
and
repeat
you
it. I
had to
know
block
exactly
him,
what he said, but I'm not
get him
repeating
off of
any of
here,
this shit.
man.
Yeah.
Well, we are now his new moderators, okay, guys? We the new moderators.
Yeah.
When we get on here, we know the rule. We
Yep,
know
Right.
the rule.
yep. We know everything. Hey,
Yup.
Yeah.
yo,
But
what
I'm
old
fine.
school fight you think I should
Do
watch?
we always do great, man, with my team right here. We doing good.
Yeah,
Rumble
I'm
in
just
the
talking about
jungle.
when I let up every once in a while. If y'all not here, I let
yeah,
up other guests, and most of the time they have something productive to say. When they
yeah,
don't, when they come up trolling, don't give them no reaction because that's what they
yeah,
want. They want y'all to get mad. That's good energy to them. They just want to hear people. They just want attention. So don't give them
Right.
no attention and send
yeah,
their ass back to their life. All right, but
yeah.
I'm about to get up out of here, man. Y'all
You
have a
keep
good night.
saying that. No, you ain't going
I got
nowhere.
a question. I got a quick
Bye.
question before you get off here.